Recurring problems are normally a sign that you are the reason behind them, or you have done something to cause that to be a truth. Doesn't mean it's all your fault, but it does mean that you did something to contribute to that thing. Whenever there's a problem in your life, if it continues to be a problem, why not change the way that you approach the problem?
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by Unlocking Greatness with Jacob Emery, a coaching community built for those ready to become the strongest version of themselves. Weekly calls, proven playbooks, and a community built to grow. Greatness is not given, it's unlocked. Join us today at jacobemery.com or DM coach at jacobemery44 on all social media platforms. Have you ever had a setting that you're in and a reoccurring theme where you didn't like the outcome and it just pissed you off every time? Same meeting or same conversation or same whatever, plug it in, and the outcome was the same. And you just kept blaming the other person or the other people involved. You didn't look in the mirror. You just kept saying, this is the way it is. This is this. And you didn't change your process on how you listen. You didn't change your process on how you presented anything. You just kept doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And I know for myself, this is something I've probably done more than I'm proud to admit. But recurring problems are normally a sign that you are the reason behind them, or you have done something to cause that to be a truth. Doesn't mean it's all your fault, but it does mean that you did something to contribute to that thing. Whenever there's a problem in your life, if it continues to be a problem, why not change the way that you approach the problem, regardless of what it is? Maybe you change your stance on it. You change what happens. You change being a part of it. Maybe you don't want to be a part of it anymore. If you're watching a TV show and you just don't like the show, are you going to continue watching the show or are you going to change the channel? If you don't like the show, change the channel. So here's the thing about that show. If you don't like it, change it. Pretty simple. And I've had a couple really clearly defined instances in my life lately where I did the same thing over and over. It may be the way I presented information, maybe the way I approached it, maybe preconceived notion that this thing was already going to be bad before I even sat down and discussed it. And not just one scenario with one person, it's been multiple scenarios in multiple settings. So what was the problem? Sounds like I was. I was the bottleneck. I was the reason that this outcome was the same. And even if it wasn't solely my fault, and even if I was right in the information, it wasn't effective. So the information, regardless of it being right, wasn't effective in communicating. It wasn't effective in my approach. So I had to change it. How did I change it? I listened better. Maybe listen with more intent. Hear what the other person had to say without reservation. What may have been a trigger before, maybe just is what it is now. Maybe that person doesn't have ill intent and the words that are used trigger me, but they're not actually meant to be that way. Or maybe I just feel like this thing that is not being said is actually what's said, and I'm reacting to what I think is already the truth. Either way, I didn't like the show, so I changed the channel. And guess what I changed? My channel. The way that I received the information. It wasn't that the show was bad. Maybe my lens was dirty. Maybe I had to reframe the perspective that I needed to see out of. So what do? I open my ears. I quit talking so much. I just listen. I let the outcome become different because my approach became different. It's amazing how that works out. Sometimes these things can go on for a long time, a reoccurring setback or a reoccurring issue or any type of thing that is unresolved, that bothers you, that takes away some piece of yours. Sometimes you just have to mix up your approach before you think about the other person's approach. And I guarantee you one thing, if you consider yourself a leader, if you change your approach, the other person will change theirs too. Because if you stay stubborn with your approach and you double down on it with that stubbornness, more than likely the other person is too. They're following the lead in which you put out there. So maybe as a leader, if you are, consider yourself a leader, or even if you don't, maybe just change the approach in which you take, the mindset in which you have. Maybe get rid of that outcome that you already think is true that's not, and just show up some positivity. Maybe before being critical, Maybe be curious or give a compliment. Be worth a shot, because I guarantee you that the outcome will be different if your approach is different. So here's the takeaway. If you don't like what your recurring situation is, if you have a bad recurring situation or one that you want to change, don't look outside. Don't look for someone else to change. It's hard to change ourselves. It's really difficult to change yourself as a person. So in what world is it conceivable that we could change someone else? Unless we change first. We change our approach. So open and honest. Be open without reservation. Don't think about your rebuttal or your response in the middle of listening. Listen, download it, hear it, feel it, all of it. And then think about, what is this person really trying to say if I don't understand it clearly? What message are they trying to deliver that I'm not hearing? What are they trying to do to resolve this that maybe I'm hindering that resolve from happening? Change your frame, change the show by changing the channel. It's pretty simple, and we often forget to do it. Myself included, I just did it again a couple times. Maybe things went on longer than it should have because of that. So don't like the show, change the channel. If you don't like the outcome, change the way that you show up for that other person, for that other group. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Stop telling yourself one day. It isn't about one day, it's about day one. Today should be your day one. What you need isn't another day. What you need is clarity with the community to give you confidence to unlock your greatness. That's what the group coaching program is all about. Confidence, clarity, via commitment. Hit the show link in the notes. Let's start unlocking your greatness now, today.